Here's the thing. You might easily get a man to like you, but it's a whole another story when it comes to figuring out how to get him to chase you and grow to you more and more. Women may struggle to make guys chase them since they believe that if they don't do anything, the guy will just simply forget about them. However, this is usually not the case. Sometimes you just need to back off a little and let them do the chasing. It's time to learn how to get a man to chase you, especially these days when men assume women will chase them. And the crazy part is that they will do it if you do the right things, even if they say otherwise. If you want to learn more about the psychology of dating and relationships, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and pay close attention until the end of this video to discover how to make men chase you always. Don't give him anything right away. You don't have to do what he wants right away just because he says so. Showing some discipline and standing behind your choices not only adds to your character, but when it comes to guys, it can also have a really controversial effect. He will probably initiate some things with you, and you might think you should do what he says, otherwise he will not like you. Let me tell you, that's usually not the case at all. If he realizes that he cannot just do whatever he pleases with you, whether it's physical or mental, it will eventually make him chase you even more. Don't focus on him all the time. I know this might be strange, but this is kinda just the law of the universe. When you don't pay attention to a guy as much as he would like, he will not like it, and that can cause him to think about you on a deeper level. Keep in mind that this could probably be difficult, especially if you also want to be with him, and you shouldn't make yourself suffer just so he would chase you more. However, not texting him all the time and focusing on your own life, hobbies and friends is a great thing you can do, as it will also demonstrate to him that you have a life outside of him. Don't be afraid to say you're busy. You could literally spend the entire day chilling on the sofa watching movies, but the point is, you need to demonstrate to him that you are involved in activities other than hanging out with him. If he asks you out, sometimes you might feel like you should go because otherwise he might lose interest in you. Therefore, you might feel like you have to respond to his messages or calls right away, or hang out with him whenever he wants to. If sometimes you say no because simply you don't feel like going or have other plans, don't be afraid to tell him. Now, I'm not suggesting that you straight up ignore him or ghost him. That might be risky and some guys might take a step back, but just don't hesitate to tell him if you have something else going on in your life. Don't send long messages. If you are texting each other, keep your messages brief and to the point. Of course, there are some exceptions, for example, if there is something you want to explain to him. However, the best thing you could do is to save your words for when you go out with him and tell him in person. Nobody loves to read through pages of text on their phone, especially if it's a boring story without any particular intention, just to fill the void. It's so much better to keep it short and meaningful, and you can keep the stories until the next time you see each other. And if you think about it, it's so much better to see his genuine reaction instead of his emojis. Avoid drama. Let's just admit it, no one really likes drama, and this is especially true for men. They can't be bothered with it. they have a hard time emotionally managing drama. So it's better to keep it at home, or at least minimize it as much as you can. Of course, there might be problems to discuss, or you might have something on your heart that you want to share with him. And I'm not even referring to these occasions. What I mean is, unnecessary drama could be easily avoided. Men don't like drama. In fact, they literally run away if they can sense it. Don't get impressed easily. He might try to impress you by buying you chocolate or flowers. Guys think that they need to buy gifts to win over a girl, so don't be that girl who can be bought over. Instead, let him see that the only way he can win you over is by his actions and behavior, and not the things he buys for you. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't be grateful and appreciate his gestures, but simply don't glorify the little things he buys to impress you. More importantly, don't give too much value to material things he buys for you, since it says a lot about your character. It will make you a low-value woman, and he will also think that he can do whatever he wants and act as he pleases, as long as he is providing you with valuable gifts. Make him feel good about himself. This is probably not what you expected to hear, but listen. Tell him if he does something nice, and thank him if you appreciate his efforts. Despite everything I said before, you should definitely value and respect a man's attempt to be around you and make you happy. If you know how to make a guy chase you in your head, you will be able to keep your heart out of it until you are certain that he's into you as well and is ready to invest time and effort into the partnership he's trying to establish with you. Don't be the unappreciative and selfish girl who just expects a guy to do everything for her while not doing anything. Instead, be appreciative, warm, and let him know that you like him too. At the end of the day, he will only know that him chasing you is worth it if you show some appreciation toward him and make him feel good about himself as well.